All right, guys, welcome back to another Master and Apprentice video and podcast. How you doing today, Afton?
I'm doing pretty good. How you doing today, Sammy?
I'm doing pretty good. So today, obviously, you guys can tell from the "What Is" title, we've got another "What Is" series video. What is a lightsaber? This is a very iconic piece of equipment, iconic weapon from the Star Wars series. If anyone knows anything about Star Wars, you know there's lightsabers. That's the focal point of, the uniqueness of Star Wars. It starts with a lightsaber, right? Early on in 1977, one of the first things that we say is unique is the lightsaber that Ben gives to Luke, right? So we thought we'd go over it real quick. What is a lightsaber? So with all that being said, here we go.
So yeah, what everyone knows is it's a sword with a blade, and it can have different colors. That's the very basis of what it is. The blade can be retracted for safe storage, obviously, as you see that it's put on the belt of whoever is holding it very often. Not all lightsabers are the same. For example, Darth Maul's has two blades. The Inquisitors also do, and it rotates. Kylo Ren's has little vents on the side, and those are like actually extra blades, pretty much as how they act. One hit from a lightsaber is almost always fatal. A lightsaber can deflect and reflect blaster shots, which is pretty pivotal for the whole series. A lightsaber can pierce just about any material, and that's pretty much what everyone knows about a lightsaber.
Yeah. As for the actual composition of the lightsaber, it's always unique, right? Every Jedi, every Sith, they've all created their own unique lightsaber. Now, obviously, there's similarities between each one. Every single one has some sort of grip or handle for it, whether it's some sort of leather or cloth material or even wood in some cases, is unique to the actual carrier of this weapon. And then you also have some sort of metal casing around it. Again, kind of unique. We've seen all kinds of cool cases, some just very plain. We'll say Palpatine's was pretty plain for the most part. It's just very metallic, silver like, not a whole lot of a rigid design to it. Then you have somebody like Cal Kestis, his master's lightsaber that we see in the Jedi Fallen Order game, very unique, right? Or even Obi-Wan Kenobi's has a lot of detail to it. So and it's kind of unique to the handle and comfortability of the user of that lightsaber. Now, every lightsaber does have to have some, similarities as how it's created. Otherwise, it's not a lightsaber. And the first thing is its power source. It's a kyber crystal, right? So it's a kyber crystal that is not necessarily its power source. Pretty much, I guess this is how you can put it in layman's terms, is a light shines through the kyber crystal, and that kyber crystal emits the light. Now, the light is an actual, just a power source of light. It's not a hot blade, right? Because sometimes when you see lightsabers cutting in the metal, you're like, oh, it's hot blade. That's just how the metal is reacting. It's not heat. It's a pure light form, right? Hence, lightsaber. But it's, yeah, pretty much it's just a kyber crystal through a tube, and a light is emitting through it, right? When you turn it on, the light shoots through it, and that's where you get your lightsaber from. Again, everyone's very unique. We've even seen a couple ones made out of just straight up wood, as like a walking cane that turns into a lightsaber, right? We've seen someone like Gunji or Darth Maul's, who's very unique. As long as there's some sort of casing to contain what you're using as a lightsaber, and the kyber crystal and a power source, a light source to power and emit through that, you've got yourself a lightsaber. It's really not too hard, but you've got to have a feel for it. It's got to be your lightsaber. Hence, when these Jedi younglings go to create their lightsabers, it's a very special and unique thing to them, because it's got to be to their needs, right? They've got to be able to pull it from their hand, turn it on, and instantly just feel it and be one with the lightsaber, right? It's got to be to their gratitude. We've seen all kinds of different lightsabers. We've seen the double-sided lightsaber, obviously. That's two kyber crystals. Pretty much it's just two lightsabers welded together, essentially, that part. That's why we've seen a lightsaber be cut in half like Darth Maul's, and it still work as two separate lightsabers. Kylo Ren's is a very unique example where his kyber crystal is actually cracked. And so that's why it gives that crackling physical effect, right? So that's why he has to have the exhaust. It's a cool look. It looks like a sword, right? It looks like a swordsman's sword, pretty much. But it's also, the reason they explain that is it's an exhaust, right? The kyber crystal is not very stable, so they need some sort of exhaust to let off those cracks that the light is emitting from it. So there's a couple different, examples, unique examples you have there in itself. But that's really all there is. It's not a whole lot into the lightsaber. Pretty much the kyber crystal is the main part that you have to have in every lightsaber, and a light source and something to emit through it. But with that, got anything else on it, Afton?
No, that's about it for me.
Yeah, with that, we hope you guys did enjoy this. If you guys got any questions, queries, any of that, let us know down in the comments. If we missed something because we're big dumb, let us know down in the comment as well. With that, we hope you guys enjoyed this. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe and download and follow on the pod. And with that, we will see you guys in the next one. See ya.
Peace.